What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, aside from the fact that we've had rumors for 2 years that the Young Avengers are coming to the MCU, and if you've been paying attention in Phase 4 and Phase 5, especially recently, it's pretty clear that Marvel Studios has been building towards a Young Avengers to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some questions loom, of course, like whether or not it'll be a Disney Plus series or headed to the silver screen, how they're going to handle some of the characters, or rather the actors that play them's age, considering they're not that young by the time we get a Young Avengers, and of course, if it'll even be called Young Avengers, with the makeup of the team. Well, today we get a massive update from the most trusted of industry insider sources, sorting out just that, when it's actually going to start filming, and the timeline for it to be released. We're breaking it all down, the latest update to Young Avengers becoming champions and filming for Marvel Studios. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. And in fact, we're going to announce a brand new winner at the end of this video. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment. If you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll announce a brand new PS5 winner there. Okay, so this latest update comes from none other than Daniel Richtman. You guys can follow him over on Twitter at RPK News, and while I'm sure a lot of you who watch the channel semi-regularly will be more than familiar with that name, we've actually picked up quite a few new viewers and subscribers over the last month. So Daniel Richtman is the guy who not only has probably the most accurate track record when it comes to Marvel scoops in the last 3 or 4 years, especially trailer drop dates, but he's also been re-reported on from huge outlets like The Hollywood Reporter and Deadline, and again, been very accurate with his scoop. So this is what we consider to be the most trusted of sources. He weighed in about the Young Avengers series and Marvel's new plan for pre-development and filming. He said that it's going forward under the title Champions, which was something we had actually heard from Iman Vellani years ago, that she was more familiar with that title and run than the Young Avengers themselves, and that it'll start filming in 2026, not filming next year as some previous rumors had indicated. That means pretty clearly, and as he follows up in the scoop, it won't be released until after Secret Wars, but he stopped short of saying whether or not it'll be a Disney Plus series or it'll go to the silver screen. Now, there's a ton to unpack here, but we'll start with this. We knew they were going to do something when we saw the post-credit scene of the Marvels, and I assume since Ms. Marvel will definitely be a part of the upcoming Avengers movies and Secret Wars, maybe not a huge role, but she'll be in them, and we know that she's already met Kate Bishop on screen, they're going to go ahead and create some overlap with these characters that is starting to exist in the MCU. We've had a ton of the pieces added, like most recently Wiccan and Agatha all along, but some of them haven't even met yet, and of course that would be a lot of heavy lifting to do before they get in and out of Secret Wars, and I think it's just easier to have the pieces that do fit into Secret Wars work together, say Kate Bishop and or Ms. Marvel, and then whatever remnants of a team is left after that, they sort of come together and form their own Avengers. And I think it'll work the same way in the MCU narrative as it will in the real world for Marvel Studios. Let me explain. In the wake of obviously Avengers Endgame, there hasn't been an Avengers in the MCU or an Avengers movie for over a half decade. This time, Marvel's new plan to combat that is to have a team ready to go like a Champions or a Young Avengers, so before it takes another, say, half decade, 6 years to get to Avengers 7 and 8, we have a different Avengers team. And that's why we heard from a separate industry insider that Marvel Studios wanted this Young Avengers Champions team to be one of the faces of the MCU going forward. That makes perfect sense. That's basically in a vacuum to replace the fact it'll probably be a while before we get another Avengers movie, and they don't want to do what they just did in Phase 4 and leave everybody hanging with no Avengers on the horizon. Not that one absolutely substitutes for the other, and I think it's very safe to assume that the Champions will exist in that Avengerless bubble after Secret Wars, and only until we get to an Avengers team where some characters like Kate Bishop may get rolled into that, especially considering her character will be a full-blown adult at that point. Of course, we know Ms. Marvel's future as a mutant is alongside the X-Men, but it can give them a clear timetable to operate with this team and explain why they're functioning as the Avengers when maybe some of the characters may be a little bit younger, say like Riri Williams Ironheart, than your normal Avengers outing. Still, Riri Williams is in college by this point, and again, some of these characters are out of college. They're not exactly all very young, even though Ms. Marvel and Wiccan and some of them will be sub-20, some of them will be young adults at that point, and I think Marvel recognizes this and sees that maybe slapping a Young Avengers title on the show, it doesn't really work anyway. anyway. Champions avoids all that, plus they don't have to worry about the Avengers logo being attached to a project like this, especially if it ends up on Disney Plus like the rumors, and worrying about what that might do to the Avengers brand overall and sort of take away from the shine or what it means to be an Avengers movie, which at this point is pretty much Marvel saying, when we do our huge crossovers, for now it's going to be under the Avengers title. That might all change in the Mutant Saga, and we may find that the X-Men become that title, but with all the billions invested and the memories and what an Avengers movie at the theaters means, there's a good chance they'll press forward with that, and they can avoid having to worry about any overlap with the title if they just call it Champions. Now, that being said, I want to point out something that may be going on here and learn from, say, the industry insider mill mistakes that were made in early Phase 4 right after Disney Plus was announced late 2019 all the way through 2020. When we started hearing reports and rumors of TV shows that could come to Disney Plus, we were hearing about Secret Invasion. At the same time, we were hearing about separately a Nick Fury-led show that at the time we thought was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Turns out they were the exact same show, we just didn't know it. And I wonder if some of the scoops we've heard, perhaps about a Wiccan Season 1, which is a continuation of Agatha All Along in a search to find his brother, or say Hawkeye Season 2, where he may still be working with Kate Bishop, some of these might actually be storylines that they're working in to the Champion show. So where we're hearing scoops that this and that show may be coming, really they're all just parts of ideas that Marvel's going to work together into one show like Champions, and we'll have to wait and see if some of these titles haven't already been rolled into that, but I have a sneaking suspicion they have. Would you guys let me know all your thoughts down below? Are you hyped for a Champions show? What do you want to see the team lineup look like? I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff and announce a brand new winner. Okay guys, we're giving away PS5s for every Marvel drop in the upcoming year, and since Marvel's dropping something every month, there's going to be a lot of them this year. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. The brand new winner for the What If season finale PS5 is Daniel Colvin. Thank you so much for your support at the channel. Go ahead and DM me on Instagram under I Am Fires, or email me on my business email. It's under the About section and down in the description. We'll go ahead and get your account verified and get it right out to you guys, and it's that simple. All you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice. So please be wary of any scammers on the YouTube platform. Anybody can take a content creator's photo, claim to be them. None of us will ever charge you for shipping if you win. That should be your first key, but never share your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp. It's not safe, and if you should get a comment like that, just report it directly to YouTube. They'll go ahead and delete the account. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.